Hey guys, welcome back to the Will of Gamepass. It has been quite a while since we've done this. Life
Yeah.
happens. Let me get this out of there for you. Life happens, things happen in life, and such is life. Like the cereal or the game, whichever you prefer. Um, it's been almost a month, I would say. What would you say, Juice?
It's been
Since
it's been a month and a half, 2 months because we were supposed to do this review at the end of January, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
But like I said, life happens. But anyways, let's go straight to the chase, right? So I had Wolfenstein Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and Juicy had
Elysia.
okay. So this is our third Will of Game Pass, and
Hmm.
so far, outside of this one, Juicy had the better games, in my opinion. Though the games I
Yeah.
had were enjoyable, I felt Juice had better games.
Yeah.
Outside of this one I thought I had this game was awesome. Okay, I didn't beat it mainly because I had to like restart my computer and I had to wipe out some files, and unfortunately that wasn't included. And I'm kind of like I don't want to go back and redo those
Do all
stages.
that.
Though
Yeah, that's true.
it was fun though. It was fun though. But I just want to start off with Juice because he has some passion in regards to this game. So
So
go for it, bro. Knock it out.
so Elysia. It's a great premise. And I don't know. I'm glad we took a couple months to think on it because, if I would have, I'm gonna tell you right now, if I would have reviewed this the other day, I would have been like, this is definitely one of the bad ones. That's Snake Eyes on the roll, baby. Like it's fun, kinda. It's kind of a still frame, changes screens when you hit the left or right. It's like Pitfall meets a little more movement, especially with um like the art style. It's a very antiquated art style. It looks good. I would say there is such a thing as too much 8-bit here, like too much of the nostalgia,
Mhm.
Um, and it sucks because it comes right after Vampire Survivor. That's why. That's why I had to take another month to think of it. I think I'm giving it a worse review than what it is because I played Vampire Survivor, which although is a pretty basic game in consideration of what you're doing, you're just kind of moving around this little bullet hell, everything rushes you, rogue light to a point. Um, it looks clean, even though everything's kind of still framed. It's like, it's a still frame enemy just randomly moving, but it looks good. And this one, the look of it and everything just was not getting me. The whole maritime, I got this spear, want to take down the gods. I did my live stream. I tried to play a bit more of it. And I was just like, it's really just not grabbing me. I also have to say we had to have been doing this at the worst possible time. Hi-Fi Rush came out in January. I immersed in that. Like I loved that game, and I still do. I mean, and and since then, a lot of other games have come out. We have Atomic Hearts out right now. Hogwarts Legacy came out. Wild Hearts came out, and I was like, every one of these just deters me from actually doing my job to play this. So ultimately, I'd say this was the first one. I'm like, it wasn't for me. I definitely could see where people would have fun with it, so I'm not necessarily going to downplay it. But for our purposes and for a Wheel of Game Pass, was this a banger or a slanger? It's like, I'd slang it over. Like, I wouldn't play it. It wouldn't be for me. It could be personal preference. It could be everything I just mentioned about just how it looks, how it feels, and that's my take on it. I'm gonna try and be nice about it because I understand it was weighted heavily against a lot of good games that dropped recently, and
Right.
of course Vampire Survivors. But man, but you, on the other hand, now you didn't play Elysia, you played Wolfenstein.
Yeah, but
Now
before
that's
before
already a
before,
good.
before, before we go there, uh,
What's up?
1 out of 10.
How do we how do we give it a 4?
Oh, four. Okay.
Like,
So
I'm sorry, man. I at least can find something in most games to like. To be like, yeah, you know what? But if I could go do this again, the boss fights aren't all that interesting. Everything just, to me, it
right,
wasn't that
right,
great.
right.
So
So the reason I asked that is because I want to also throw up. the ratings that Steam and IGN and all that gave it. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
avoid
so so
those. So
you're a 4, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't want people thinking, oh, it's a 4, so I'm not gonna try it. So these are what these people vote. I rated it. So Steam, not Steam, IGN and Nintendo Life gave it a 7 out of 10, while
okay.
Steam gave it a 9 out of 10. So
Wow.
it may not be a bad game.
Mhm.
It's just not for juice. That's all it is.
Yeah. Maybe
Yeah,
I didn't go far enough. Maybe I needed to keep playing it. Maybe it picks up, but it certainly didn't catch my interest. And so, and I attribute that. You know, you're right. I will at least give it a 5. I will say like it's mid. You know,
yeah. I mean,
like if I had nothing else to play, maybe I would jump on it. But yeah,
right, I mean, like I
but
said, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, if you so
yeah,
like there's games that I don't like that you would love, and vice
yeah,
versa. So it is what it is.
yeah.
So that's his review, and if you want to check it out yourself, it's on Game Pass. So if you already have it, check it out. Let us know if you like it. But for me, I had returned to Castle. Returned to Castle Wolfenstein,
Mhm.
and my only complaint. I have one complaint. I couldn't use a controller. Now I don't know if it's the same on console, or I don't know if it's. I think it's on console. I couldn't use a controller. Yeah, it was on PlayStation 2. But I do typically play FPS with keyboard and mouse, so it was okay. But the game was phenomenal. You know, like considering. Let's see, when was this game made? This game was made in 2001, and it was awesome. I've never played a Wolfenstein game in my life, right? The closest thing I got to Wolfenstein was Duke Nukem back on the 64, and
Yeah.
or not even that, or I'm gonna go way back, and this game's probably not really known. It was called Bad Toys on the PC.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
it's like
remember.
an indie game before I even knew what indie was. But anyways, I never played a game of that style where the gun's in the middle. You know, you go to different rooms and open up doors and whatnot. But this one's more a little more technical than that, right? Because you know it is
This is the
3D.
coolest thing ever. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I was like,
but
welcome to it, kids.
so it brought back a lot of nostalgia for me, right? Like it was cool being playing a game that allowed you to carry like 30 weapons. You know, it doesn't make sense, but you don't care. You know, you just want to switch between weapons and have a good time. And obviously I was playing on PC, but you know, it doesn't take much to run that game, and it still looked great for what it was. Um, I did enjoy the secrets. You know, you have a couple subtle secrets here and there. I really like the weapon, especially the pistol with a suppressor on it. I like that one, and suppressed machine gun, even though it kind of overheats, but also kind of tight. And what I enjoyed about it too was, so you know, the stages are short, right? I mean, maybe that's a normal thing, you know. Then if so, then let me know. Like I said, I've never played a Castlevania game before, so they were pretty short. You know, that didn't take like maybe 5-10 minutes tops, you know, per stage. And there are moments where you get kind of lost on where you're going, but the game is so compact and small, you'll find your way, right? Like you'll end up
Mhm.
find out which way you're going, so that didn't really bother me much. And then going from like the castle to the village and into the dungeons or the catacombs, where you have like freaking skeletons with shields and swords coming at you, and some that explode. It was kind of cool. I mean, cause like what I know from from Wolfenstein is that there are monsters in it, because you know it's Nazis. They're making experiments, and you know it makes sense, right? But
Yeah.
I got about a little, maybe like a little over 3 hours in. I died a lot in the catacombs because I thought I killed all the enemies, and then like you know there'll be an explosive guy behind me or and whatnot. So like this game isn't hard, but it's that old school difficult that I enjoy. Like it reminded me of like how games used to be, and there are checkpoints to an extent, right? It ain't like when you die, you go back like right outside the door of where you die. It's like, now you died, so we'll keep you at the catacombs, but you're starting back at the beginning. And so it makes you play more weary. Which I know some people be like, "Oh man, like that's not fun." You playing camp, you can't play how you want. But for me, I enjoy that because now I got to go in with a strategy, with a plan. You know, try to remember what these enemies are that way I can prepare for them. And all in all, like I really enjoyed the game. Like it sucks I had to like erase the file. Maybe I'll go back to it just because I really did enjoy it. I mean, I may be able to reinstall it. Maybe my save state's still there. Now that I think about it, it was on the cloud. I did cloud save it, so maybe I could go back. But all in all, no, it was a great game. And what's so cool about it, Juice, is that they give you an option to upload like um what's it called, mods. Like they literally
Okay.
have a section that you just hit mod and you put the code in. And I didn't do it, but I like the fact that I mean, granted, I know it's a over 20-year-old, like a 20 over 20 like 22-year-old game, but I like the fact that developers are like, yeah, go ahead and mod it, go for it, whatever, you bought it, it's yours, do as you please. So I really enjoyed it. It was a game that going in I was excited just because I never played a Wolfenstein game. And just to see that I was proven right in a sense of like I was gonna have a good time was very nice. I really enjoyed it. So for me
Yeah.
personally, I would give it like, considering how old it is and how well it still plays and how good it still looks with the options to add mods, I would give it like a 9, like a 9.3.4.
Wow.
It's a very good game. And like I said, it's one of those games where you don't have to stress a lot. Like, is it like me and my brother come up like have this term where like there are lazy games, right? Games where you can just kick back, play, not stress over anything, and just have a good time. And like I said, even though it is kind of difficult, I still didn't feel like hunched over, like I was still able to relax and still play. And I was like, oh well, I died. That sucks. All right, well, let's go back to it. It wasn't
Yeah.
it wasn't that the like the Dark Souls Bloodborne kind of
Yeah.
rage you would
Where this
get.
is going to be a trial of your soul. Like
Yeah, like
God's watching,
it
listening.
it
Like,
wasn't anything like that. It was just like, oh, you died. Try it again. So I enjoyed it a lot. And obviously, unlike those games, you have different difficulties, so you can play that easy if you just want to make it feel like an arcade game. But yeah, no,
yeah,
I thoroughly
pretty much
enjoyed it.
there's a way to go blow through everything, and there's a way to actually do like play
Yeah,
the game and
and how I play as a gamer, I feel like I want to play the game how the developers want me to play the game, and I feel like 9 times out of 10, the developers want me to play their game on hard difficulty.
yeah,
I feel like normal, especially this day and age, I feel like normal would have been easy back when I was a kid.
yeah,
Because I played through normal on some games, and I realized I'm just like blitzing through it. Like I'm just like going through it, and I'm playing through Fallen Order because I beat on my Xbox, right? I beat on my Xbox and I played it on what would be considered normal. And I didn't have a hard time with it. I was like, okay, it's fun, it's whatever. Now I'm playing it hard. I'm like, okay, now I'm having more fun. This is more because like the kills and all that feel more satisfying.
yeah.
So
No,
yeah,
I definitely agree with you. I found myself doing the same. That should be its own topic. Is normal the new easy?
yeah, for sure.
Like what happened there? What was the
That
change?
being said,
But
though, if you play on normal, that's fine. You play however you want to play. There's
yeah,
there's there's no wrong way to
we're
play
saying
it.
like for older gamers, do you think that we play? And but that's a thing for another time. You'll hear it someday, probably,
Yeah.
maybe. So 9.4 out of 10. I respect it. What are they saying on the boards though?
For GameSpot, ooh, that's how you know it's an old game. GameSpot. GameSpot 9.2, IGN 9, Metacritic 88, Steam 9.
I mean, it's around there.
I mean,
I'm
no,
sure they
it's a
appreciate the higher rating.
yeah, no, and it's a phenomenal game. Like I went in knowing I was gonna have a good time. because I've heard a lot about Wolfenstein because I outside of not Doom, outside of Duke Nukem, I never played Doom outside of 2018 Doom, and I did
Mhm.
play Doom for like 2 minutes on a TI 84 calculator, but I don't think that counts.
It ain't the same, but it definitely plays it the same, I guess.
Yeah,
But
but I never had experience with this type of game, you know. So to be able to go back and play it, it was fun. I mean, outside of Bad Toys, look up Bad Toys.
well,
For
no,
it,
I'm gonna be looking up Bad Toys,
it
but
has
I'm
a
down.
phenomenal opening song, but the game has no music.
All right.
It's weird.
All right. I mean, I will definitely say for our Wheel of Game Pass, I was definitely jealous, especially after the first run through. And like I said, maybe I need to give it another shot, and I may. But for right now, I'm going to stand on my Elysia. Like, it wasn't for me, on a personal rating, that it still is a crisp game. Sounds like for Wolfenstein, though, that was just an amazing experience from start to finish, and I can respect it.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was
like I
me
said,
and Vampire Survivors, bro.
I didn't
Like,
finish it, but I do like now. I forget all about cloud saves, so I may actually just re-download it and play it because it's a good time. Like it's not time consuming in my opinion. It doesn't take a lot to play that game.
yeah.
So that's what I like about it.
Yeah. All right. Well,
But anyways, we're gonna so this video is just reviews, and we'll do our spin in the next one. So any
mhm.
closing thoughts? Any final thoughts you have?
I have to agree with you on the Elysia thing. Like, just because that's what I'm saying, go play it for yourself. Let me know how you feel about it. It may not just it just may not be my setting, may not be my comfort. I'll tell you right now, if I hit any of the Fallout games, I'm gonna try to be as unbiased as possible. It's just not my setting.
Yeah.
It might be the same here.
Yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, if it's free, if you're already paying for it, and it's one of the free games out there, give it a try.
Yeah. I mean, if you have nothing to play, why not give it an hour or two? And
Yeah.
who knows, you may end up finding one of your top 3 games of all time.
Yep,
It
you
is
might
what it
come back and be
is.
like, "You don't know nothing. Make profit, profit of what? Failures?" It's like, come on. So,
Oh yeah. But I think that'll be wrap it up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave some comments if you want to respond to anything we said, or if you have some recommendations. Make sure you like, subscribe, need to ring the notification bell, that way you know when we go live or when we upload a new video.
yeah.
Juice, where can they find us?
You can find us at Dude Let's Chat on most of your social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube, of course. We are Dude Let's Chat there. And of course, if you're wanting to just listen to us and you want to miss out on these pretty faces, you might as well go to any of your podcasting platforms and look us up at Dude Let's Chat. We try to throw out podcasts every Wednesday. Um, Give us a listen, give us a like, and if you got any comments or suggestions on what you'd like to hear us talk about or our opinions on things, give us a shout, give us an idea, give us a topic. We'll shout you out and we'll talk about it.
Exactly. And also, just want to throw out there are podcasts only on audio that aren't on
Yeah.
YouTube. So you want to check those out? By all means, go for it. Got some goodies out there. But
Yeah.
that being said, hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Catch you later. Bye.